With the adoption of the eighth official by many conferences, we want to provide guidance on the national mechanics that have been adopted for this position and for a crew of 8 officials and has been approved by the Division I coordinators. A brand new mechanics manual for a crew of 8 has been written, which details the many changes not only involving the center judge, but the impact on the other positions as well. Detailed study of this manual is required by everyone, but here are some mechanics highlights. Just as when we went from 6 to 7 officials, changes in the game and the need for better coverage and officiating resources dictated this necessary increase to 8 officials. On scrimmage downs, the center judge's basic position is on the left side, 12 to 14 yards deep, and just outside the normal tight end, a little wider than last year. The referee will always line up on the right side for scrimmage and punt downs. This is regardless of whether the quarterback is right or left-handed, or the kicker is right or left-footed. On drop-back passes, the center judge will key on his left side tackle, and the referee will take the tackle on his right side. Both officials will have responsibility for hits on the quarterback, with the referee as primary. The referee will keep as primary responsibility for the call of intentional grounding, but the center judge, just as other officials do, will have strong input responsibility to the referee. On running plays to the right, the referee will key on his tackle and take the front side point of attack. Both the center judge and umpire will initially have backside point of attack, and this should allow the umpire to clear those blocks quickly, and then the umpire will transition to what we refer to as the second level. The process is reversed if the run is to the left, with the center judge going to the front side point of attack on the left side. This should help eliminate the need for the referee and the center judge to transition at all from right to left, because they'll both stay on their side of the formation, whether the run is to the right or left. If the quarterback scrambles to the left side boundary, the referee will then transition to the center judge, primary responsibility for the quarterback going into the left side zone and into the boundary. This transition will take place as the quarterback gets outside the hash and to the numbers. But keep in mind, there's no magic line on the field. There is going to be a transition here. This mechanic will evolve, but we feel like it'll give us a much better coverage, especially when a quarterback gets all the way out of bounds into the opposing team's bench area. The referee has to come a great distance, and we feel this new mechanic will assist in helping with the safety of the quarterback in that situation. The center judge will have primary responsibility to spot the ball, but if it expedites the process, any official can spot the ball, particularly the umpire and the back judge on long plays up the middle. They'll go right by it, they'll get the ball. Sometimes the player will even hand the ball maybe to the umpire or the back judge. Just simply put the ball on the ground, continue to your position. The center judge will be coming up. He'll get over the ball and assume his normal duties and responsibility. The center judge will have coordination with the referee concerning substitutions. And when the referee gives the T signal, which this year in the new manual is signal number 4 for the referee, that there are substitutions, then the center judge will be in position to prevent the snap until he is cleared by the referee. The referee will give a definitive step-away signal on all downs to the center judge with or without substitutions. And there will be no echo or tweet of whistles from the sideline indicating substitutions. We have mechanics in place or communication by other means, but we don't want to have whistles to indicate that there are substitutions. If we allow a snap improperly, we have a process in place to handle that situation as well. With no substitutes, the referee will signal the center judge to step away, and the ball is then ready. If there are no Team A subs, but there is an unusual delay in the ball being ready, such as when we have a first down or when there's a tight pinch by the wing officials and we need to give them time to get back into position, then the referee can give the stop signal to briefly hold the center judge before releasing him. But we want a positive signal from the referee to the center judge on every play to release him. The center judge will walk off all penalties, and the center judge will look to the official in charge of the change, and both will mark the penalty off at approximately the same time. Now, this is normally going to be the line judge in the first half and the head linesman in the second half and overtime. For the umpire, he will coordinate with the official opposite the change, and they will both be a proper second check for enforcement. Note that the umpire is involved in the entire process, and we feel that he is uniquely positioned to continue to help ensure proper penalty enforcement. On change of possession plays, the center judge will take responsibility for the goal line on long returns, and the referee will keep responsibility for the quarterback. Stay with the quarterback referees. We want to be sure that he's not hit unnecessarily. On punts, the center judge will have primary responsibility for the shield blocks, and then he will also have goal line responsibility on long punt returns. The referee will keep primary responsibility for the defenseless kicker, so stay with the kicker. During blocked punts, the center judge and the line of scrimmage official that he is initially facing, is either going to be the head linesman or the line judge, they will retreat with the ball back toward the goal line, and then the other line of scrimmage official will stay positioned at the line of scrimmage. The referee will still maintain responsibility for the kicker. On scoring kicks, which are tries and field goals, we've made a change, and the center judge will now join the umpire and side judge and be positioned on Team B's side of the ball. After the center judge spots the ball, he will transition the ball and coordination for the substitution process to the umpire, and the center judge will then move to a position on B's side of the ball. The umpire will move to a position to prevent the snap, just as we used to do and still do with seven-man mechanics, until he is cleared by the referee. The umpire will then position himself in the middle of the formation with primary responsibility for the center and two guards. The side judge will always stay on his side of the field. There's no longer a need to flip-flop in terms of reading strength of formation. You'll stay on whatever side of the field you're working for that half, and the center judge will adjust to you and be opposite. Now, if we have a swinging gate type formation during a try, and with the kicker and holder in place, then the center judge will position himself on Team B's side of the ball. If Team A is in a swinging gate type formation with no kicker and holder, then the center judge will stay on Team A's side of the ball in his normal position opposite the referee. If Team A then shifts back into a formation with a kicker and holder, the center judge will move to Team B's side of the ball. We need to move quickly, but in any event, we're not going to interrupt the 25-second count if the referee has made the ball ready for play and has started the play clock. Referees, for tries after scoring, we want to position ourselves between the center and the holder. This gives TV an indication that we're still waiting on our signal from the SRA as to whether or not we're going to stop the play for review. After you get that signal, you'll then move into your normal position for the kick try. For kickoffs, the center judge will hand the ball to the kicker and will stay with him in the middle of the field. You will have responsibility for verifying 4 on either side of the kicker. You can follow the kicker for his 5-yard protection. You need to know the status and flight of the ball. And you can watch for early blocks and touching on surprise onside kicks. The center judge can also be a backup to scan the field on those pooch-type kicks to try to observe for fair catch signals. After the kick, we'll work downfield 10 to 15 yards. We want to settle in when that first wave starts setting up so that we can observe the blocks by the return team. The center judge will take goal line responsibility on kickoffs with the field judge and side judge on long returns. For measurements, the center judge will obtain the ball that we will next snap with from the field judge or side judge and be prepared to have the new ball at the spot following the measurement. One thing we've added in pregame duties for the center judge is we want to be sure that you communicate directly with the center and quarterback of both teams on the substitution process so that they will know where you're going to be and how we will be positioned to prevent the snap until you're cleared by the referee. A lot of things to cover. Obviously, there's a lot more involved with the crew of 8 officials and the new mechanics manual. So again, we encourage you to spend some time with that, and good luck this season.